The mood at this year's World Economic Forum has not been as positive as previous years. The finance sector has come in for particular scrutiny. Globe Asia editor-in-chief Shoaib Khagda is in Davos, where he caught up with Nazir Razak, the chairman of CIMB Group, to talk about prospects for the global banking sector.
Well, I think the banks in the United States have transformed in terms of capital, in terms of processes, etc., tremendously. I think banks in Europe are slightly behind the curve, and one is a little bit unsure about the extent of oil-related exposures and how that will pan out. I think that, I guess the bottom line is banks are much stronger than they were 5 years ago, and I think they should be able to weather this round.
Right. Would that also apply to banks in Southeast Asia and in particular Malaysia?
Well, I think, if you look at the banking system out in ASEAN, we're still very much stronger for the reforms that took place post-Asian financial crisis. If you look at the data in terms of capital, etc., I think, we have enough buffers to weather through the most extreme conditions that one can anticipate this time round.
So would it be fair to say then that we will not expect another 1997 or even close to that?
For sure.
Okay, that's nice to hear and very reassuring. Finally, Datuk, this year is a very important year for ASEAN. The world is watching ASEAN. It's 600 million people. It's the third largest market in the world. Malaysia will be assuming the chairmanship of ASEAN this year. What is Malaysia's vision, and what are some of the issues that are on the agenda for Malaysia?
Well, I think you'll have to ask the Malaysian government rightly. But from a business standpoint, I think we look forward to Malaysia's leadership in this critical year. I think clearly the first thing we need to do is set expectations right for what will happen at the end of this year when we launch the ASEAN Economic Community. AEC that will be launched will be well short of AEC that is articulated in the 2007 Charter. But we still have 12 months to really add substance to what the AEC will be at its beginning. By that I mean today AEC is still very much after, plus a little bit of initiatives that are all work in progress. Right? So we've got 12 months to kind of make some very good progress and then launch something that we can all be proud of, and launch something that is irreversible for ASEAN. In that context though, what is important to note is Indonesia is the biggest component of ASEAN. How Indonesia welcomes ASEAN, how Indonesia responds to the various proposed initiatives over the next 12 months is absolutely critical. We have not heard that much about ASEAN from President Jokowi, so we hope to do that soon. We hope it will be positive, and if that is the case, then I think we can look forward to a good beginning for the ASEAN Economic Community.
Well, under your leadership, CIMB has really become the ASEAN Bank. I mean, you have, in Indonesia, you have a very strong presence. I think around the region, you have a very strong presence, and in fact, even outside of Southeast Asia. Do you think that CIMB could be seen as a role model for many other companies within ASEAN to follow suit?
Well, we're not shy about saying that that was an aspiration of ours to kind of. We were one of the early multinationals to embrace ASEAN Economic Community, and we have expanded within the region. We also go beyond in the sense that we like all our people to see themselves as part of one ASEAN company. Whether you work in Jakarta, whether you work in Bangkok, you're part of one ASEAN company. I think that it is a model that has worked for us, and it's a model that we would recommend, but it's a model that needs perseverance. That would be my advice to those who want to follow.